Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel LSM School. So today in this video we are going to cover NCERT solutions for class 10th and the subject is English. So here we are doing the book, the name is Footprints Without Feet. So from this book we are doing chapter number 5 and the name of the chapter is also the same, that is Footprint Without Feet. So guys, let's continue the exercise part. The first is read and find out. This is on page number 26. So guys, let's turn the book to page number 26, and here on page number 26 there is a question number 1, which says, how did the invisible man first become visible? So the answer for the same is, Griffin was completely invisible until he happened to step in some mud, which caused him to leave footprints as he walked. His footprints were seen by two boys who followed him as long as the prints were visible. On getting rid of them, he went into a big London store to put on some warm clothes. After the store was shut, he got dressed by putting on shoes, an overcoat and a wide-brimmed hat. This made him visible to the people who came to work at the store the next day. So guys, this is all for question number 1. Let's move on to question number 2 from the same page number 26. And here question number 2 says, why was he wandering the streets? So the answer is, Griffin was a lawless person. His landlord disliked him and tried to get rid of him. In revenge, he set fire to the house. He had to remove his clothes to get away without being seen. This was why he had become a homeless wanderer. A wanderer is a person who is without clothes and money. So this is all for question number 2. Let's come to the next exit, that on page number 28. So guys, let's turn the book to page number 28, and here on page number 28 the question number 1 says, why did Mrs. Hall find the scientist eccentrics? So the answer for the same is, the arrival of a stranger at an inn winter was in itself a strange occurrence. In addition, the stranger had an uncommon appearance. In spite of Mrs. Hall's attempt to be friendly, he would respond in a cool manner. He told her that he had no desire to talk and that all he wanted was solitude. He did not wish. For all those reasons, she regarded him as an eccentric scientist. So this is all for question number 1. Let's turn to question number 2. And question number 2 says, what curious episode occurred in the study? So the answer for the same is, a clergyman and his wife were awakened very early in the morning by noises coming from the study. They crept downstairs and heard the chink of a money being taken from the clergyman's desk. With a poker grasped firmly in his hand, the clergyman hoped to surprise the thief. However, it was he who surprised when he found the room to be empty. He and his wife looked under the desk, behind the curtain and even up the chimney. There was nobody there, yet the desk had been opened and the housekeeping money was missing. It was a curious episode, and the clergyman kept saying the words extraordinary affairs for the rest of the day. So now let's come to question number 3 from the same page number 28, and question number 3 says, what other extraordinary things happened at the inn? So the answer for the same is, apart from the study room incidents, many other extraordinary things happened at the inn. When the landlord and his wife saw the scientist's door open, they entered his room. They saw that the clothes and bandage that he always wore were lying about the room. Suddenly Mrs. Hall heard a sniff close to her eyes. A moment later, the hat on the bedpost leapt up and dashed itself into her face. Then the bedroom chair became alive and charged straight at her. As she and her husband turned away in terror, the chair pushed them out of the room and then appeared to slam and lock the door after them. So let's continue the answer to the next page. Mrs. Hall, who almost fell down the stairs in hysterics, was convinced that the room was haunted by a spirit and that these spirits had something to do with a strange scientist. Griffin was strongly suspected of having a hand in the burglary at the clergyman's home. When Mrs. Hall questioned him in a strange happening in the room, he threw off his bandages, whiskers, spectacles and false nose. The people were horrified to see a headless man. When the police arrived, he threw off one garment after another, thereby becoming invisible and running away. So now let's come to question number 1 from the page 31. So here on page 31, question number 1 says, Griffin was rather a lawless person. Comment. So the answer is Griffin was a lawless person. His landlord disliked him and tries to get rid of him. In revenge, he set fire to the house and ran away. He had no money, therefore he stole and robbed people after becoming invisible. When he went to the London store, he gave himself a pressure of clothes. He fed himself without regards to expense. Later he went to the Drury Lane, which was the center of a theatre world. He went to a suitable shop and came out wearing bondage around his forehead, dark glasses, false nose, big bushy side whiskers, and a large hat. He was visible then. To escape without being seen, he callously attacked the shopkeeper from behind and robbed him of all the money he could find. When he had exhausted all the money he had stolen, he robbed a clergyman. He even attacked the innkeeper and his wife when they tried to sneak into his room. Later, when the police came to arrest him, he threw off his clothes, thereby becoming invisible and running away. So guys, let's move on to next question, that is question number 2. And question number 2 says, how would you assess Griffin as a scientist? So the answer is, after repeating experiment, Griffin had discovered how to make a human body transparent. This was a big achievement. However, he misused this discovery for personal gains and for hurting others. Thus, though he can be termed as a brilliant scientist, he was not a noble one. So guys, this is all for the video. Hope you liked this video. If you did, then don't forget to hit the like button and share this video with your friends to get updated for more NCERT solutions. And the most important thing for this video is don't forget to subscribe our YouTube channel, that is Aglism School. We'll see you in the next video. Till then, take care. Bye bye.